eyes on me. I'm Mark Pope, coach of the UVU men's basketball team. I want to thank Carlos Iglesias and Ken Garff Volkswagen for being a great friend of Utah Valley University Athletics, basketball, volleyball, and everything else.
Thanks, Coach. We're proud to support a great program like Utah Valley University Sports. We wish the Wolverines a fantastic season.
You can thank Carlos, too, by visiting their new dealership today, Ken Garff Volkswagen. We hear you.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go? Sounds fun.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
Thinking of buying a home? Think bigger. Because with UCCU's low interest rates and low mortgage insurance rates, you could qualify for more house with the same payment you could get from other local lenders. A mortgage with UCCU gives you more purchase power. That means more money you can put into your home or back into your pocket. To learn more, visit uccu.com/morehouse or stop by any UCCU branch today. More house, same payment. Only at UCCU. Inspiring smart mortgage decisions.
Here at Intermountain Healthcare, our doctors have experience treating young athletes, professional athletes, and the athlete next door. We treat everyday injuries, sports injuries, concussions, total joint replacements, and everything in between. Come visit our board-certified physicians and surgeons here at Intermountain Healthcare's Utah Valley Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. We're committed to keeping you moving.
We're in the back really cooking food. You know, we take pride in all the food that we do. We make the meatballs from scratch. We make the pasta. What we're doing as a restaurant, making the community better, beautifying the community, increasing the culture in the community. And I think that that's such an important aspect to what we do as a restaurant to recognize.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, into the Lockhart Arena where the Wolverines are playing their last home game of the season. I'm Kyle Bruder alongside Matthew Biamonte. Wolverines are hosting the Lancers of California Baptist. The last time these two teams met, it was a very close game at the half, and then it got ugly.
Yep, it was a 5-point deficit for the Wolverines on the road, and then in the second half, it was just a complete and utter offensive – I'm trying to think of the right word to use, but it was
thrashing.
that might be it. The Lancers were just so good in the second half. They outscored the Wolverines by 24, so it ended up being a 29-point victory for the Lancers. That particular game is really a microcosm of that team. They took 44 three-pointers. They made 16 of them. They took more threes than they did twos. So look to see the same type of thing in this game, where you're seeing a contrast of styles. One team, the Lancers, want to shoot it fast and often from downtown, and the Wolverines, they want to keep it in the low post and get quality looks from Jordan Holland and Eve Braslis and others. Sorry for that sound here in the Lockhart Arena. But it's going to be interesting to watch two completely different styles of basketball this afternoon.
Yeah, the Wolverines love to get it into the paint and do some damage in there, get to the free throw line. They lead the WAC in free throw percentage, so there's been a couple games in the season that they haven't been able to get there as much as they want, but them getting to the free throw line is going to be a great way to try and slow down the high-powered offense that is the Lancers, because they have two of the top 5 scorers in the conference on their team, and that being in Brittany Thomas and I believe it is Ane Oleda.
Yep.
They have 3 players averaging double figures, but
they're offensively they're potent. I mean, they scored over 80 points in their first meeting down in Southern California, and so the Wolverines will have their work cut out for them on the defensive end, and that's when you really need players like Madison Grange, Maria Carvalho, and others to run people off the three-point line.
Yeah.
Easier said than done, but you know that we're going to see a heavy dose of zone where the Wolverines are going to try and force the Lancers inside the painted area.
Right. Let's get to the starters real quick as the teams are ready to take the floor. Matt, you want to go ahead and give us the starters for the visiting Lancers?
Absolutely. Starting at guard, number 11, Emma Mary Gioli. Also starting at guard, number 3, Ane Oleda. Also starting at guard, number 4, Lexi Rom.
Right.
Also starting at forward, number 12, DeLacy Brown, and riding out the starting lineups, that leading scorer, as you just mentioned, number 32, Brittany Thomas.
And for the Wolverines, real quick, who are out there in their white jerseys with the green trim, you've got Maria Carvalho starting at point guard, number 3. Also starting is Eve Braslis, number 14, starting at forward. And then also starting at small forward is Alexis Cortez, number 20, starting at guard as well. Madison Grange right out of the gate, a triple from California Baptist. We didn't expect anything less. And then rounding out the starters for Utah Valley is Jordan Holland starting at center, number 35. And of course, Kathy Nixon as head coach in her 24th season.
That three-point bucket was made by DeLacy Brown, a junior guard from Paris, California.
Jordan Holland, she'll kick it on out. Grange, she has a quality look, unable to answer, and this ball will go out of bounds. Looks like it'll stay with Utah Valley, though. And I think they may overturn it, which is kind of interesting because the official that was right next to where the ball went out made the call, and then it was overturned by somebody else. But either way, it goes back to the Lancers.
You see the Wolverines in a full-court press, and the dangerous thing about a full-court press is if the opposing team, as the Lancers just showed, are able to break it, it gets them high-quality field goal attempts. Luckily for the Wolverines, that was a missed field goal by the Lancers.
Now, Matt, with a team like the Lancers that are such a high-powered offense, they like to shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot, which obviously you want to shoot to be able to win the game. But if you're Utah Valley, do you try and match the high-level offensive intensity? And a 3 for Eve Braslis, tying it up, showing the range.
Only her 5th three-point field goal of the season.
My question for you, though, was that if you're Utah Valley, do you try and slow the game down to try and minimize the number of attempts that California Baptists will get, or do you just try and push the pace like they do?
Neither. I don't want to be intentional in either direction. I just want to play my style of basketball, and that favors a slower game for Utah Valley. But I wouldn't be so concerned about pace, what they're trying to do, what kind of wrinkle we want to add. I would just be worried about being effective and efficient offensively in the half court.
Oleda comes up with the big steal, and I think we're going to have an offensive foul as she came barreling into Jordan Holland. Holland known for taking charges her entire career here at Utah Valley.
And Oleda is the team's second scorer, so she picks up her first personal with not even 2 minutes having gone by here in the first. Can't afford to have her get in foul trouble this early on the road.
Cortez.
Turnovers, Kyle.
Those turnovers will get you.
When
they will get you good.
When the Wolverines, who already have 2 turnovers here in the first 2 minutes, when they're able to take care of the basketball, they can beat anybody in this conference. When they don't take care of the basketball,
they can lose to anybody.
They can lose to anybody in the conference. And so, really, the key to the Wolverines' offense is taking care of the basketball and getting strong field goal attempts. 2 personal fouls on Ane Oleda. She's going to have to hit the bench. That is a big development here in Orem, Utah, as Oleda averages 11.5 points a game. She is shooting, Kyle, 30% from the three-point line. She'll be missed here in the first, and now the question is, can the Wolverines take advantage, which they did right there.
Holland able to score early. We always talk about how it's so important for her to start scoring early and getting into a rhythm, because we've seen many games where she goes cold for quite some time. And then easily turning and scoring is Brittany Thomas, who averages over 16 a game and leads the conference in field goal percentage, shooting 56.3%.
The Wolverines did a nice job defensively on her in the first matchup, Kyle. They kept her to 14 points and 9 rebounds, so a tick under her season average. It was Emma Mary Gioli who was bananas in a good way. With 21 points in that first matchup, making 6 3-point field goals. And so we'll keep an eye on her performance. I'm sure that the Wolverine coaching staff put a circle around her name and said, we can't let her get hot.
Pass over the top. Looks like it's going to go out on the Lancers. Utah Valley was pleading.
It looked like it deflected off the fingers of Thomas. Loved the defense from Josie Williams there, denying the easy entry pass in the low post.
Utah Valley's got to have a solid performance from Williams against Thomas. Bodies on the floor. The ball is going to go back to the Lancers. They do have a fresh shot clock.
Jared Olson needs to be careful there as he was halfway onto the court barking instructions for his team. Could have easily been a technical foul on him.
Something of an interesting note, you were talking about Oleda and, the role that she plays not only in scoring, but she's second in the conference in assists. So when you take someone who can score the ball as well as your main offensive distributor out of the game like that, I wonder what that's going to do to their offense. So, we'll see what happens. Carvalho backs it up, 10 on the shot clock. She's going to have to shoot it up. She's going to take that mid-range floater. It's no good. Rebound, Josie Williams. Williams right at her defender, and she scores.
Phenomenal move there from Josie Williams. And what I love about her game, Kyle, she's just so decisive. Not a lot of hesitation. She gobbled up that offensive rebound, was determined to get to the basket, and put it up for 2.
A long three on the way. Looked like a little bit of contact. No whistle. And then might as well have been the three made as Rom gets the offensive board, puts it up, and is fouled. She will head to the line. First free throw for either team today.
Subs coming for the Wolverines. It is number 20, Alexis Cortez. And Eve Braslis is checked back in along with Kiana De Los Santos. For the Lancers, number 34, Caitlin Harper has checked in. Nice move there from Rom, the junior from Tucson, Arizona. On the season, Kyle, Rom is averaging 9 points per game, so she's just right outside that double figures mark, but still a capable and reliable scorer for that California Baptist team.
She'll check out, and Afu has come into the game.
Full court press here. You can always beat the full court press with the pass. Nice job by Cortez there to get the Wolverines into an operable situation in the half court.
Cortez now Braslis. De Los Santos, she'll step back and shoot a three. She rattles it home. We don't see her pull up like that very often, but she knocks down a huge bucket for the Wolverines, putting them up by 2.
Only her 18th three-point field goal attempt of the year and her 6th make of the year. And her calling card is defense, and so when you can get some points from her, that's a big boost for this Wolverines team.
Afu able to put back the jumper and tie it up at 10. Braslis finally able to get it into De Los Santos. Oh, dangerous pass.
Yes,
and
that is the
that'll
correct
be a
call.
foul.
Oh, they're going to call it on Maria Carvalho. I'm not sure about that one.
Carvalho with a big old grin on her face, as I think all of us are a little baffled.
There's the replay, and I don't know how that's called on Maria Carvalho. It was a jump ball situation in which the contact came to her, but yet she ends up with the personal foul. We're tied at 10 here in Orem, Utah. We'll be back in just a moment.
The 2018 Big 12 Wrestling Championship is coming to Tulsa, Oklahoma, March 3rd and 4th. See some of the nation's best wrestling teams vie for the championship. Get your tickets now. Go to Big12sports.com/buy tickets. Big 12 Wrestling Championship 2018 in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Don't miss it.
Welcome back to the Lockhart Arena. We're tied up at 10 with 4:53 left in the first quarter. Utah Valley hanging tough. And looks like Sophia Jacobson checks in for Utah Valley for the first time. A three on the way. The bank is open. Kind of a bizarre shot as, is it Bootyman?
Yep.
Bootyman couldn't really gather it up, but she was able to fire it off and off the glass and good. And then the costly turnover. This could turn into a 2-basket swing.
4 turnovers now for the Wolverines here, and they've made 4 of their last 5 field goals, Kyle. It's just the turnovers are limiting the opportunities. Great ball movement there to get the open 3.
And ball's going to stay here with the Lancers again with a new shot clock. 4:21 in the quarter. It looks like a foul is going to go against Cortez. Her first personal, I believe.
Madison Grange checks back in. Big development here in the first is the foul trouble on the star point guard for the Lancers, Ane Oleda, who picked up 2 quick ones. Now it's a 5-point lead, a 5-0 spurt here by the Lancers.
Jacobson. Scoop is too strong, but there is Josie Williams to clean it up.
Williams now with 4 points and 2 rebounds. She is such a weapon offensively. Nice high post to low post pass there by the Lancers with Harper on the 2-point. Oh, another turnover. The Lancers defense is very effective late here in the first.
They're getting quality looks from deep. Coach Nixon does not like what she sees. An 8-point lead just like that. 3:39 left here. A 12-2 run over 1 minute and 19 seconds. That's some quick scoring if I've ever seen it before. We'll take a break here on the WAC Digital Network. We'll see you back here in a moment.
Utah has embodied the spirit of industry. From the first transcontinental railroad to the first department store, we've led the way. As part of the Murdoch Auto team, we're proud to carry on this tradition. That's because when we say you are the heart of our business, it's more than just a slogan. It's our commitment to the values we all hold dear with no regrets. You've got to come see why you truly are the heart of our business. Murdoch Hyundai of Linden, part of the Murdoch Auto team. Click Murdoch Hyundai Linden.
Welcome back out of the timeout. The Wolverines able to break the press. Josie Williams decides to pull back to Maria Carvalho with 3.5 to play in the first quarter. Jordan Holland, looks like she wanted the long 2, couldn't take it though. This time she'll pull the trigger from deep. It comes up a little bit short, and the ball will go to the Lancers.
Lancers offensively are starting to heat up. They've made 3 of their last 3 field goals, and they're 3 of 7 from downtown. You got to credit them offensively. They've only committed 2 turnovers here in the first. They're taking care of the basketball. Only giving up 2 points off turnovers to Utah Valley. Nearly a turnover there. And it finally results in a turnover. Much needed change of possession for the Wolverines.
I've been really impressed with the play of Dale today. Her decisiveness and the quick passing and quick shooting has been really impressive. And looks like we're having, I think there's some kind of technical difficulty going on, so it looks like we're going to have another timeout on the floor for a moment. So we'll take a break here on the WAC Digital Network. We'll be back in just a moment.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Welcome back. Looks like they got it fixed. Some more full court pressure coming. Williams able to gather it up. Brassless standing up top of the key. Williams inside is fouled by Harper. Third team foul on California Baptist.
I'd like to see a low post look here to Josie Williams. She's been effective. She's 2 of 2 with 4 points.
Carvalho finds a lane and is fouled on her way to the basket, so Utah Valley able to stop the clock and head to the free throw line, sending their best shooter to the line as well.
Shame on us for not bringing this up earlier, but the Lancers on a 7-game winning streak.
I think they're 10 of their last 11 as well.
With wins on the road at Kansas City, at Bakersfield, a couple home wins over Grand Canyon, Bakersfield again. They're playing some of their best basketball of the season right now. They're 16-10 on the year. Wolverines have their hands full, down 7 here in the first.
Absolutely. Utah Valley able to come up with the ball again.
Oleda with those 2 fouls is back in.
Brassless way too strong, but Josie there at the right place at the right time.
6 points. She leads all scores.
Corner 3 is on the way, no good. Carvalho comes up with the rebound. Great opportunity for Utah Valley to trim into this 5-point lead.
Not to beat a dead horse here, but their best offensive possessions have been in the hands of Josie Williams. Got to find a way to get her the basketball down low.
And they just about get it to her. I think they're going to get Williams on a foul, as she, kind of a frustration foul. She wasn't able to gather it up. That'll be the 4th team foul on Utah Valley.
And that was phenomenal defense there. As you see the replay, as Brittany Thomas just got the hand in there, and sometimes that's the entry pass. It's usually a combination of a few things that opens the door for a turnover like that. One of them is Josie Williams can be a little more strong on the low block, and then you got to bounce past those things in from the corner to make it a little more difficult. That was just a straight dump over the top, and it was batted away.
Free throw's good. The Lancers go up 22-15. Matt, guess how many games this season the Lancers have won by, or guess how many times they've scored 80 points or more this season?
They've played 26. I'm going to say 14.
13. Pretty darn close, but
half of their games they've scored 80 or more.
Yeah. And they've scored over 100 twice. High-powered offense.
It's fun to watch.
It is.
And I'm sure it's fun to play in for the players.
Oh, absolutely. Carvalho will take the handoff. She comes around that curl and gets it stolen away.
7 first-quarter turnovers for the Wolverines.
Controversial call as they call an offensive foul, so a fortunate break for Utah Valley. You can take a look at the replay here. I'm not sure how. I don't know. That's close.
I would have liked a no call in that situation. Not every time there's contact, Kyle, it's a foul.
That's true.
That was the offensive player initiated the contact, but it wasn't anything crazy.
Brassless. She's just going to pull up for a long 2, and it rattles out. No good. Wolverines not shooting the ball poorly. They're shooting 46% as a team, but they do have those 7 turnovers.
That's the difference right now, because they have given up 7 more points off those turnovers, and the lead's 9. So it'd be a 2-point game if all things were equal there. Do we have another turnover?
Yeah, Jordan Holland just let the ball slip through her fingers.
8 first-quarter turnovers on the year, Kyle. The Wolverines average 17 a game. They're on pace for 32.
Oh, man. Another three-pointer. Dale just buries it from downtown.
Largest lead of the quarter for the Lancers. They're on a 7-0 run over the last minute. Almost a 30-point quarter. That is impressive stuff from the road team.
Six on the game clock. Carvalho, she'll take a three, no good. And time will expire for the first quarter. The Lancers went on a big old 7-0 run over the last minute 40. And Utah Valley finished the last 2 minutes of the game with 3 turnovers. So Utah Valley's got to fix the turnover problem if they want to stay in this game. We'll take a break, and we'll be back for the second quarter on the WAC Digital Network. Don't go anywhere.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go? Let's have some fun.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
Welcome back here on the WAC Digital Network, where the Lancers closed the quarter strong and lead by 12. And as Kyle mentioned, going into the break, the stat that really jumps off the page right now are those 8 first quarter turnovers that led to 13 points off those turnovers, where the Lancers are plus 10 in that category. As I mentioned a moment ago, if that was equal, we'd have a 2 or 3 point game.
Yeah.
Instead, it's a 12-point game. Good news for the Wolverines, though, is they've shown a willingness all season long to come back from deficits and make adjustments to close the gap. And so I expect nothing less here than a Wolverines comeback here in the second.
3 is no good, but the rebound and putback is for Brittany Thomas. She's 3 of 3. 29-15 is your score. Just beginning the second quarter. Carvalho looking down low inside. Carvalho has a look from 3. She'll pull the trigger. It is a little too strong. No good. Holland cleans it up. Has an easy look inside for the easy bucket. Holland now with 4 points.
Great play there from Jordan Holland. Forcing a turnover and getting an easy bucket. Love it.
Another 3 from the Lancers.
That was
living
Mary
and dying by
Gioli.
it.
Mary Gioli with her first 3-point field goal make of the game. She had 6 the first time around.
Holland gets around her defender, puts it up, no good. And looks like Holland is fouled under the basket. Is that going to go against? Who is the foul on?
They're discussing it.
Because if that goes against Oleda, that'll be her 3rd.
Here's the replay.
No, it's on 32. They're going to give it to Thomas.
Yep. Based on the replay, it looked like she did create some contact there. It's only her first personal foul. No foul trouble there with Alexis Cortez running back onto the floor for the Wolverines.
Cortez yet to take a shot. Probably the best 3-point shooter on the team. And
she's a 34% 3-point shooter. She has 32 made 3-point field goals. They got to find a way to get her some shot attempts. And at the same time, let's do credit California Baptist for their defense today.
Carvalho drives baseline and is able to draw the blocking foul. This foul is going to go on Brown.
Second team foul for California Baptist. Maybe here's an opportunity for the Wolverines to continue applying that pressure to get into the bonus here in the second quarter.
They've got to. Or just based on the way this game's been going, Utah Valley's got to tighten it up, not turn it over, as well as, well, knock down shots like that, as well as Emma Jones buries the long 2.
Love that shot from Emma Jones, showing the confidence and the quick trigger, but Brittany Thomas has just been a force for the Lancers. 8 points, 4 rebounds.
Perfect from the field, 4 of 4.
There's a reason she's one of the best.
Jones, again, back-to-back buckets from the same spot.
Love the just confidence of Emma Jones here to come in off the bench, a little spark, and I get her the ball again. She might have the hot hand. This is where I love to see just force feed the hot hand. Swing it back around to Emma Jones here in the corner.
Holland looks like she'll hand off to Cortez. Now Jones.
Great
Good
entry pass
inside. Williams can't connect. Holland cleans it up, though. She's going to go right at her defender. A lot of contact there. I'm really surprised there was no whistle. Quick trigger. 3 is good again from Mary Gioli.
Wow, no hesitation in the long three-point attempt for Mary Gioli. Woo! 6 3-point field goal makes already for the Lancers. They are plus 12 from behind the three-point line.
Carvalho, tough shot, able to
Wow.
score. A left-handed sweeping scoop shot.
What a move from Carvalho. Not an easy shot at all. Her first field goal of the game, much needed.
And that'll be a turnover on the Lancers. The ball kind of went off the head of the official.
Couple subs for the Wolverines. Time to see Miss Do-It-All, Vai Malufau.
Malufau has really been a difference maker in many games this season.
In a lot of ways, she's like Brittany Thomas. Oh, what a move!
Grange came up just a little bit short, but you got, like you said, you love that aggressiveness. Rebound, Malufau.
That's not something you see often from Madison Grange, is her putting the ball on the floor and getting to the rim.
She's got that long frame where she can reach out and score with ease over most defenders.
Malufau down low.
Ooh, nice turn inside. Can't connect, though.
Couple great looks from the Wolverines. Unfortunate they didn't go down. Oh, what a pass. The extra pass. That is fantastic basketball. Mary Gioli is heating up.
Oh, man, it's raining outside. I think the ball came from outside because it's wet. It is wet. She cannot miss.
3 for 3 from downtown here in the second quarter. And it's a lead of 17. There's just nothing you can do against that kind of ball movement.
Interior pass goes inside to Braslis. She's able to turn and score. The ball movement is just so good for the Lancers. And another 3. Utah Valley cannot just trade 2s for 3s. This lead is just going to balloon way open.
They've made 4 3-point field goals in a row here in the second quarter. They have 8 already from downtown. They're 8 of 15, shooting 53% from downtown. The Lancers are putting on an offensive clinic on the road here in Orem, Utah. We'll be back for more here on the WAC Digital Network.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests. From innovative exercise science, outdoor recreation to STEM programs, there's a place for you at Utah Valley University. A place to engage, to rise, to succeed, to become.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face.
You don't know me.
You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter. Shortstop. High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
Welcome back inside the Lockhart Arena. Utah Valley hosting the Lancers of California Baptist. And the Lancers giving them the business. 43-25 is your score with 4:37 left in the half.
And we're not going to see the Lancers in the conference tournament next weekend, and that's quite unfortunate as a team that can shoot the ball this well. If you get hot for a couple days, you could win the whole thing.
Yeah. These shooters, and it's not only you just have one or two players that can create their own shot and just, light it up and give you 20, 25 a night. It's the fact that the ball movement is so crisp and they're getting open looks.
Well, look at this, Kyle. They have 12 assists on their 16 made field goals.
Well, there you go.
They're assisting on 75% of their made shots. We might see another one right here.
Yep, there's another one. Beautiful pass inside to Harper. Harper able to turn and score. She has 4 points.
13 assists on 17 made field goals. That is incredible stuff.
Malufau, she'll take the elbow jumper and make it.
I love that shot attempt there from Malufau. And I love it when Williams and Braslis do it too, because it stretches the defense. You always want to find ways to make it difficult on the defense, and when Malufau is able to take and make those kind of shots, it adds another element to this Wolverine offense.
Afu with her 7th point. She's 3 of 3. 62% from the field for the Lancers.
And that's 14 assists on 18 made field goals for the Lancers.
Holland down inside. Now she has a look from 3, but decides not to take it. She'll float it up, and it comes up short.
The extra pass. Oh, man, the ball movement is just out of this world. They got the ball up. Look at this, Kyle. They got the ball up off a missed Wolverine shot attempt in 5 seconds, and by the time they made the field goal, 8 seconds have passed off the shot clock, and they made 4 passes. 4 passes, 8 seconds, end-to-end, made field goal. I mean, it's indefensible when you're sharing the ball like the Lancers are doing.
Braslis looks like she's going to head to the free throw line, where the Wolverines are 1 of 2.
Love that drive from Braslis to get to the free throw line. And this is the place that maybe they can kind of minimize the damage from the three-point line. Get to the free throw line, score when the clock stopped. Because the Wolverines, in terms of field goal percentage, Kyle, 44%, that's above their season average.
Yeah.
So they're doing a nice job of scoring. The problem is, 1, the turnovers, and 2, they're just getting blitzed from the three-point line. It's plus 18 in favor of the Lancers right now from the long-range shot.
Right. The Wolverines have done a better job taking care of the ball here in the second quarter, because they did have, was it 8 turnovers in the first quarter?
Yep.
Or 7?
They
so they have 9.
They have 1 turnover here in the second. They've done a great job. It's just the first quarter was all about the turnovers. The second quarter is about the three-point field goal makes, where the Lancers have made 4 in the quarter. Actually, it might be 6. Let me double check that.
I think it's more than 4.
It's 6.
Cortez, her 3 is no good.
The ball has yet to hit the floor. They're 1 dribble, 6th pass of the possession, make it 7, and a shot. Even though it didn't go in, it was a quality look. And that's what the pass. If there's anything to be learned from this first half, it's that passing gets you good looks.
Holland can't connect on the 3. And looks like we'll have a tripping foul as Brown hit the deck. She will head to the free throw line, I believe.
3 points for Brown. She had made up her mind to get to the rim. Nice move there from Brown to kind of beat the defense down before they could set up.
Brown's first free throw attempt is no good, but she'll have one more. In comes Madison Grange for Utah Valley.
Something that needs to be mentioned, Kyle, is the Lancers are shooting it uncharacteristically hot. They're at 61% for the first half right now. That's almost 20 percentage points better than their average. But that's what's possible when you move the ball as well as they've been moving the basketball. And
Absolutely.
so you have to give them credit, but they're just shooting the lights out. It's hard to compete when a team is making 2 out of every 3 field goal attempts. That's not typical.
No.
And credit to them. They're moving the ball and they're making shots.
5 on the shot clock and a foul under the basket.
I like the call, and here's why. I think the foul was committed before the ball got there. There was a bump that got Josie Williams off the block, and you can't just bump people wherever you want. And so even though by the time the ball got there, she was playing legal defense, there was a kind of a push to get her away from the basket that preceded the pass.
Jacobson, nice crossover. She'll pull up for a mid-range. It's a little too strong, though. Malufau saves the ball, but into the hands of the Lancers. What a pass in transition. Afu, the recipient of so many quality looks. 15 assists now. 8 in the quarter.
And you see the difference between the two offenses. Crisp, fast passing from the Lancers. And the Wolverines have always been a team that wants to find openings with the dribble. And right there, it got you a quality shot. Nice job by Cortez to bury the bucket.
Beautiful pass inside. Afu again, can't connect but cleans up her own miss. Brown, can she knock down the 3? No, but she is fouled and will head to the line for 3 free throws.
We're witnessing some of the best basketball I think we've seen all season long by California Baptist. They're shooting 61%. They've assisted on 75% of their field goal makes. They haven't committed that many fouls. They're shooting 53% from downtown. I'm just so impressed with their ability to move the basketball without the dribble. It's rare that you see a possession in where there's 3 dribbles. There's maybe 1 or 2 accompanied with 6 or 7 passes, and it's just hard for the Wolverines defense to run around and chase the ball.
Free throw good for Brown. 54-31. The Lancers lead with about 28 seconds left in the half. Eve Brassless will check in. And she knocks down the next free throw, 55 points in the half.
24-point lead. That's the largest lead of the game. And you got to credit the Wolverines. They have played better here in the second quarter. Like you mentioned, only 1 turnover. They've scored 16 points, but they've given up almost 30 points in each the first and second quarter. It's hard to win. And this Lancers team, as of late, Kyle, they've scored over 90 for their last 5 games.
Jacobson, way too long on the scoop. And looks like the ball will stay with Utah Valley with 0.5 on the clock, so just enough time for a catch and shoot.
I don't think anyone's going to guard Josie Williams, so you might inbound it to her and let her shoot the 3.
And that's just what they're going to do. She'll fire it up, and oh! It looks like they would have waved it off anyways, but 55-31 is your score at the half. and it has been a balanced scoring effort. We'll revisit the stats in a little bit. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back just before the beginning of the second half. Stick around here on the WAC Digital Network.
Eyes on me. I'm Mark Pope, coach of the UVU men's basketball team. I want to thank Carlos Iglesias and Ken Garff Volkswagen for being a great friend of Utah Valley University Athletics, basketball, volleyball, and everything else.
Thanks, Coach. We're proud to support a great program like Utah Valley University Sports. We wish the Wolverines a fantastic season.
You can thank Carlos too by visiting their new dealership today, Ken Garff Volkswagen.
We hear you.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go? South Point.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
Thinking of buying a home? Think bigger. Because with UCCU's low interest rates and low mortgage insurance rates, you could qualify for more house with the same payment you could get from other local lenders. A mortgage with UCCU gives you more purchase power. That means more money you can put into your home or back into your pocket. To learn more, visit uccu.com/morehouse or stop by any UCCU branch today. More house, same payment. Only at UCCU. Inspiring smart mortgage decisions.
Here at Intermountain Healthcare, our doctors have experience treating young athletes, professional athletes, and the athlete next door. We treat everyday injuries, sports injuries, concussions, total joint replacements, and everything in between. Come visit our board-certified physicians and surgeons here at Intermountain Healthcare's Utah Valley Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. We're committed to keeping you moving.
We're in the back really cooking food. You know, we take pride in all the food that we do. We make the meatballs from scratch. We make the pasta. What we're doing as a restaurant, making the community better, beautifying the community, increasing the culture in the community. And I think that that's such an important aspect to what we do as a restaurant, to recognize that our customers aren't just people who are coming in to dine with us, but they're part of our family.
Get more vehicle for your dollar from Utah's largest Hyundai dealer. Drive home a new 2019 Hyundai Tucson for only $199 a month, or
Welcome back inside the Lockhart Arena, where the Lancers lead 55-31 on the road here against the Wolverines of Utah Valley. I'm Kyle Bruder with Matthew Baiamonte. Matt, it's our last game of the season. It's been a wild one, full of ups and downs with this very young Wolverine team. Today would have been senior day had there been any seniors on the team. So that tells you how young these players are and how promising of a future they have. But let's get into what we saw in the first half. Matt, give us your thoughts.
I saw great ball movement from California Baptist, which helped them shoot 61% from the field, and they made 8 3-point field goal makes, and that's why they lead by 24. As far as the Wolverines go, there were some great things they did in the second quarter. They just couldn't overcome the hot shooting, but only 1 turnover. They made a couple free throws. They had some really nice looks at, De Los Santos had that 3. There were some nice drives that led to some points. So, for the Wolverines, there's only so much you can do when a team is shooting as well as California Baptist is doing. And I don't even think the defense has been bad. I actually think the Wolverines have been there. The Lancers are just making shots, and so you got to tip your cap to them. And all you can ask for from the Wolverines is great effort on both ends of the floor, and we'll see what happens.
Just about ready to get things started. The Wolverines have only gone to the free throw line 4 times. They're 3 of 4 from the free throw line, but that's something that if you're a Wolverine fan, you want to see more of for Utah Valley to try and stop the barrage of 3-point makes by California Baptist. They're on track to do the same thing they did in their last matchup where they made 16 threes. They did have 8 in each half, 8 in the first half today as well. So can they slow that down? We are about to find out. And the ball is in. Maria Carvalho up top to Braslis. Cortez, she'll fake, toss it out. Braslis for 3. That's how they started the first half. A Braslis 3-pointer.
First Wolverine in double digits is Braslis with 10 points. 2 of 2 from downtown. And, a nice steal from Holland. Great start here in the third for Utah Valley.
Holland, she'll fake, gets the ball blocked. Fortunately, it went right back into her hands. Grange goes right at her defender. No whistle.
Good move there from Grange. I like the aggressive nature, getting to the rim.
Brown has a wide open look from 3. This one came up short.
We mentioned this in the first half, but this Wolverine team has been down by nearly 20 in previous games this season and have come back to even win those games. And so this team is capable of going on a run and making it interesting.
Holland, drive and kick. Can Braslis make a third? Oh, rattles out, but Holland cleans it up. Second attempt, no good. Third, can she get it up? No! She stomps her foot in frustration. She had a couple of great opportunities for the putback. But the Wolverines, you just see a drastic change, a shift in the energy that they're playing with right now compared to the end of the first half.
And Coach Jared Olson has taken 2 of his star players out of the game. Didn't like their effort and put in Kristen Harper and I believe Dale as well. And so he's looking for a spark to match that Wolverine energy.
3 is on the way. This one came up short for Mary Gioli, who knocked down 3 3-pointers in the first half. Can't connect today. I mean the second half. Holland gets the ball stripped and out of bounds.
Keep attacking if you're the Wolverines. Just keep putting pressure on the defense, getting to the rim. Good things happen when you find a way to consistently put pressure on the rim.
Carvalho fading, can't connect.
It's a hard shot for a right-handed shooter because she was fading to the left.
Yep. The extra pass inside. One more. Nope. Another pass. This one results in a wide open 3, but it came up short.
And the Lancers are cold. out of the locker room, but the Wolverines have only been able to score 3 points. Got to find a way to take advantage of this cold shooting by California Baptist.
Ten on the shot clock. Carvalho out to Braslis. She fakes the three, drives in, and a little too strong on the layup. Took a tough angle. Oleda too strong herself. A jump ball will result in possession for the Lancers.
Nice effort there from Harper, who has 4 rebounds and 4 points for the Lancers.
Oleda is fouled on her way to the basket. She'll head to the line. Sophia Jacobson set to check in for Utah Valley in just a moment. First free throw is up and good for Oleda. Her first point today. She's the second leading scorer for this team, but the foul trouble has taken her out of the game quite a bit. She's played 13 minutes so far. And now 2 points for her.
Wolverines have not made a field goal in their last 9 attempts. So they've gone a little cold here after that first make from Eve Braslis to start out the third quarter.
Grange inside to Holland. Holland will step back, and she floats one in.
Holland now with 6 points, 11 rebounds for Jordan Holland. Great effort from her on the glass. I love to see that.
Mid-range jumper is no good. The rebound for Braslis. Eve goes up with the left off the glass and in. 12 points for Braslis. The Wolverines not shooting the ball super well, but neither is California Baptist. The Wolverines down 59-34. We'll take a
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests. From innovative exercise science, outdoor recreation, to STEM programs, there's a place for you at Utah Valley University. A place to engage, to rise, to succeed, to become.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face.
You don't know me.
You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter. Shortstop. High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
(57-38) is your score with the Lancers up. Oleda picked up early. Oleda has a look from three. She'll fire it up and bury it.
9 3-point field goal makes for the Lancers. They're 9 of 19 at 47%. That's what they do, and they're very good at it.
Jacobson will go straight on. 12 on the shot clock. She'll cross over, hesitate. Cortez, step back, long two. She's good at that. Oh, my, it rattles in. It hung up there for like 2 seconds. Wow.
Great finish. And the Wolverines, it's at 20, so they're chipping away. They can get it down to 12 going into the fourth. Anything can happen.
Very interesting. Brittany able to connect. Holland tried to draw the charge but was unable to. Thomas now with 10 points. Brassless inside on Thomas. And Thomas commits the foul, so Brassless will head to the free throw line. We'll take a break here on the WAC Digital Network. We'll be back here in just a few moments. Stick around.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go? Let's have some fun.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
It's a 22-point lead for the Lancers, and Eve Brassless will head to the free throw line out of the timeout. The Wolverines still in their huddle. Utah Valley shooting 38% from the field, 17 of 45. The Wolverines have actually attempted 5 more shots than the Lancers. The Lancers shooting 55% from the field and 47% from 3. Brassless can't connect on her first free throw, but she'll have another. Second free throw, no good. Same result. The passing, crisp again. Straight on 3, rattles out. Thomas cleans it up. Thomas goes at Josie Williams, can't connect, gets her own rebound, no good on the second try.
Great defense there from the Wolverines, making it difficult for the Lancers. We're going to have a loose ball foul on the Brassless drive to the basket. I mean, you really have to be impressed with the Wolverines' defense here in the third quarter. They've only given up 7 points. They're outscoring the Lancers 9-7 here in the third. They've done a great job. It's just when you were down by so much at the halftime, you need to have a little bit more of a lead to trim into it, but they're fighting and competing, and you got to admire that.
Absolutely, 100%. Cortez, she'll fire up a 3 off the back iron, and the rebound goes to Afu.
Afu from Sandy, Utah. Played high school at Riverton.
Speaking of Afu, dumps the pass down inside to Thomas. Thomas now with 12 points and 8 rebounds.
A steal from Afu, and Cortez, Kyle, has 4 points, 2 rebounds, a couple of turnovers. She just hasn't been able to get involved as Coach Nixon and the Wolverines would like her to get going. And I think you just have to credit the Lancers defense for making it difficult for her offensively.
3:15 left in the third quarter. Brassless looking for Josie Williams, finds her on the low block. Williams turns, can't connect. Cortez comes up with the steal, though. She'll spin inside, puts it up, and they... Looks like they count it.
Nice play from Cortez. She had the turnover 2 possessions ago, but something I love about Cortez's game is she's not fazed by the negative things. She just continues to play a ball, and those last 2 possessions were a great example of that. She keeps fighting and competing, and I love seeing that from her as she completes the 3-point play. I knew it was good the second it left her fingertips.
Cortez will check out right after the free throw make, and in comes Madison Grange. Three from the wing is short, no good. The three-point shooting has definitely cooled down for the Lancers here in the third quarter.
They've only made 1 3-point field goal here in the third.
Malufau with the handoff to Holland. Jacobson hesitates, goes up off the glass. What a tough shot.
Holy smokes. The hook shot from Jacobson. Phenomenal stuff. Wolverines 14-11 here in the third with the ball. If they can go on a little 6-0 run here, that would cut the lead to 15. That's still a big lead, but it's not insurmountable.
Yeah.
I think at this point of the game, you just got to break it up a little by a little. If they can finish this quarter outscoring the Lancers by 6 or 7, maybe there'll be enough hope there to continue the run in the fourth.
Holland thought about the three in the corner. Jacobson, she'll pull the trigger, and she makes it. Back-to-back buckets for Jacobson.
The hot hand here in the third. It's an 18-point lead. 8-0 run by the Wolverines. You just got to love the consistent effort you get from this team regardless of what the score is. That is such an important characteristic. As this team gets older, they're going to remember these games as freshmen and sophomores where they dug deep and played hard. I think this is really going to benefit them, but wow! Mary Gioli, another three-pointer to snap the 8-0 run.
4 threes for Mary Gioli, 12 points. Holland gets wrapped up and thought it was going to be a jump ball, but looks like they called the foul. That is team foul number 4.
Should have been a jump.
It really looked like. It looked like she wrapped it up pretty cleanly.
Coach Jared Olson is pleading his case, but it's going to stay a foul, and it's a inbound situation for Jacobson.
Jacobson to Grange. Grange has a quality look from 3, off the mark. Under a minute to play in the third. Beautiful pass inside. Afu can't connect. Holland comes up with the rebound. Holland now with 13 rebounds. Jacobson takes that pick. Good look for Jacobson. She buries the long 2.
7 points for her, all coming in the third. She's been effective. Lead at 19. 5-point advantage for the Wolverines here in the third.
Ten seconds on the game clock. Two on the clock. You're going to have to shoot it. Not going to have enough time. Great defensive stand for Utah Valley. They find themselves down by 19, but credit the Wolverines for battling as hard as they did in the quarter, winning the quarter, in fact. Stick around for quarter number 4. We'll be back here in a moment.
your head, a Mountain Dew kickstart.
It is that time once again. The fourth quarter has arrived. Utah Valley down 69-50. The third quarter was probably the best quarter we saw from Utah Valley as the Wolverines, let's see, were able to score 19 points in the quarter, holding the Lancers to just 14 on 5 of 15 shooting. And they did force the Lancers to turn the ball over 3 times. Utah Valley has only committed 1 turnover in the half, it looks like. Utah Valley did have 8 turnovers in the first quarter, and they've definitely taken better care of the basketball. Emma Jones with an easy bucket to start things off, 52-69. Wolverines closing out quickly. It's been more crisp. Afu has a great look but can't connect. Holland gets it knocked out. It will stay with the Lancers, though.
The Wolverines' effort on the defensive end has been sensational all second half.
Grange comes up with the steal on the inbound. Holland on the block, the reverse layup, it's good.
15-point game, plenty of time left. They can trim it in half again by the 5-minute mark. Oh, and the friendly roll there from Afu.
13 points now from Afu. 3 players in double digits for California Baptist in Marigioli, Afu, and Thomas. And Jones is fouled by Rom. Emma Jones, 3 of 3, 6 points in 8 minutes of play.
She has been great. All those points coming in the second quarter. She's got a great mid-range shot.
And it was deflected, so Utah Valley will get the ball back. Grange, catch and shoot. Short.
Grange, tough day shooting, 0 of 5. She does have 3 rebounds, and she is so good on the defensive end.
Utah Valley nearly comes up with the steal, and it results in a wide open 3. No good. And looks like we'll have another foul. This is going to go against California Baptist. So that's 2 quick fouls on the Lancers, which is best case scenario for Utah Valley.
Jared Olson, coach for California Baptist, very animated, disagreed with the call. That'll force a substitution. Is Afu will go to the bench, and in comes Brittany Thomas. 17-point lead with 8:15 to go. Wolverines need baskets. The defense has been there. They just need a little more offensive output. They want to continue to slice into that lead.
Jacobson can't connect on the shot. Rebounded by Rom. Rom, corner 3. It's good.
Nothing but the bottom of the net for Rom. 8 points. And that's the 11th three-point made field goal by the Lancers. They're plus 21 from the three-point line, Kyle, and they lead by 20.
Jacobson tried to sneak it inside to Josie Williams, but it gets knocked out of play. It will stay with Utah Valley with 14 seconds left on the shot clock. 7:26 left in the game. Jacobson into Cortez. Brassless, a long two. Does not rattle home, but the Wolverines can't quite get there. We may have a jump ball, and we do.
Possession arrow to the Lancers.
Jones sneaks in for the steal, but comes up way short on the shot.
I think she was surprised at how open she was after the turnover. Nevertheless, great defensive play from Jones.
Carvalho has checked in for Sophia Jacobson. Nice pass inside to Holland. Holland goes up. No whistle. Another wide open three for California Baptist. The offensive rebound by Rom. Rom can't connect. Cortez comes up with the block, but the next attempt for Thomas is no good, but she is fouled. Thomas will head to the line. 12 points and 11 rebounds for Thomas.
She's been a force. And something that Thomas does, and I think this needs to be pointed out. Kind of an interesting, sorry, I'm fascinated at what just happened, but Brittany Thomas just kind of broke some news to the rest of us that the officials want to look at the previous play when Jordan Holland thought she was fouled to see if there's anything there, because there was kind of a, I don't know what it was. I'm not going to speculate as to what it was, but Dale got hit in the face somehow. And so I think they're going to check that out. At least that's what Brittany Thomas said. We'll have to see if that happens after this whistle. Guess not. But back to Brittany Thomas. On a team that shoots so many threes, you need a player who's willing to set screens and do the little things, and that's exactly what Thomas does for this team. And because she's willing to do it, it kind of unlocks the philosophy.
Brassless can't connect on the sweeping shot. Just over 6 minutes left in the game. California Baptist in total control.
Yeah, Wolverines haven't scored a point in over 3.5 minutes. And when you're down by as many points as the Wolverines trailed by at the half and here in the third and now fourth quarter, you just can't go on long droughts when you're trying to mount a comeback. It's too hard. You got to commend the Wolverines for their effort. And their defense has been phenomenal here in the second half. They've only given up 21 points, so that's really great stuff. They just haven't made enough shots, unfortunately.
Cortez, she'll step back. So good at that step back long two.
Nine points now for Cortez. We'll stay here with it. 30-second timeout. Called by the Lancers. Good news for the Wolverines. If they go on to lose this game, they have 2 more games that will ultimately play a large role, Kyle, in the seeding for next week's tournament. They have 2 road games at Grand Canyon on the 7th, and then at Bakersfield on the 9th, and then the week after is the tournament.
Yeah. It seems like 2, 3, and 4 are really, really close. And when I say that, I'm taking California Baptist out of the equation because they're ineligible for the tournament as they're brand new into the conference and Division I.
Yep.
So you got Utah Valley, UTRGV, and Kansas City, who are all just really neck and neck. Utah Valley owns the tiebreaker over UTRGV, but UTRGV currently I think they have one more win than Utah Valley at the moment. So 5.5 minutes is a lot of time, but a 20-point lead is really difficult to come back from. So if Utah Valley does take a loss today, crucial for Utah Valley to come away with those 2 wins on the road against Bakersfield and Grand Canyon.
You always want to position yourself properly for the tournament. And then if they win those 2 games, they'll have a 16-win regular season for a team with no seniors. You know, the short term, you look at the score and you're like, ouch. 20-point deficit with 5 minutes to go at home. But when you really take a step back and look at the season as a whole, phenomenal season that's not over, and they can accomplish everything that they want to. And the future of the program is really bright.
Oleda swing the ball around the perimeter. And the ball goes out of the hands of Thomas, but Emma Jones is called for the foul. Oleda has a look from 3. She buries it. 10 points for Oleda.
12 3-point field goals for the Lancers.
4 Lancers in double figures. Carvalho has a great look from the free throw line, and she knocks it down. Great job by the Lancers to break the press for the easy layup. Thomas now with 16 points and 11 rebounds, 7 of 10 shooting. Carvalho scooping with the left hand, another tough shot, the second shot like that she's made today.
That first one coming in the first half with that just running scoop with the left. Carvalho now with 9 points.
These teams just trading buckets right now, not a lot of defense. Coach Nixon will call timeout. The Lancers lead by 23, 83-60. This will be the 14th game that the Lancers have scored at least 80 points in. We'll stay right here. Both teams, 3 of their last 3 from the field. And as you said before, you have to give credit to the Wolverines because the second half performance has been really good. It's just that third quarter especially really opened things up for the Lancers, and it's been so
even
difficult.
it's even basketball here in the second half. I mean, they've outscored California Baptist by 1. It's 29-28 in favor of Utah Valley here in the second half. Unfortunately, the deficit was 20-plus points at the half, and so difficult to come back against a team that can shoot as well as the Lancers can, but like you mentioned, you really have to credit the Wolverines for sticking in there and competing at the level that they are.
Under 4 to play in the game. Carvalho out on the wing. Had nowhere to go, but Holland there, the recipient. She floats it up, but is fouled on the shot, so she will head to the line.
Holland, 0-2 from 3-point line. First trip to the free throw line. 8 points, 13 rebounds. She has been tremendous on the glass and buries the first free throw.
Only 8 free throw attempts for Utah Valley. Well, this will be 9 free throw attempts for the game. California Baptist, 11 of 12 from the free throw line, so that's made a big difference for them too. Rom, 3 is good from the corner. She is up to 11 points. Make that 5 players for California Baptist in double digits.
That's what makes this team so hard to defend, is there's not a predominant scorer on the perimeter that you can just take away. You have to guard the entire team, and when they shoot as well as they have today, they can beat anybody in the conference.
Keanu De Los Santos comes up with the steal and is fouled, so she will head to the free throw line.
Got a technical foul called on Brittany Thomas. A personal and a technical on Thomas.
Carvalho will shoot the technical free throw. Carvalho free throw is good. She'll get one more. Matt, were you able to be a fly on a wall for us?
Yes, that was the technical foul was issued. The conversation happened right in front of me, so I just took my headset off and kind of listened to the conversation between Jared Olson and the official. And the official just said a lot of complaining and arguing throughout the game, and he warned her a couple times, and she kept doing it, and so he issued the technical foul. That was the explanation from the official.
Fair enough, I suppose. Kiana De Los Santos with her trip to the free throw line. Her first free throw attempt is no good. And the second is. You know, Utah Valley averages 64 points per game. So, I mean, they're right there and above the average. At 65, they still have over 3 minutes left. So, you know, Utah Valley's, they haven't played poorly at all.
No.
Which you take a look at the score, and you have to remember that California Baptist just hasn't been missing shots today.
No, they're shooting 53% from the field. And on the season, Kyle, they average 43%. So they're 10% better than their season average.
And you know what else? Utah Valley, 8 turnovers in the first quarter, 10 total. Only 2 turnovers in the final 3 quarters of the game, at least up till now.
They've played great basketball in the second half. You really have to acknowledge that they've been the better team in the second half. But the insurmountable statistic is the 13 made three-pointers by the Lancers. Wolverines have only made 4. If you're doing the math at home, that's 9 more three-point makes, which means they're plus 27 from the three-point line. It's hard to overcome that kind of disparity in a statistical category.
Jordan Holland able to steal the ball, but gets it snatched away. It does go out of bounds, though, so Utah Valley will get it back. Another thing along with those three-pointers, a lot of those wouldn't have been as available without the 25 assists.
Exactly. 25 assists on 31 field goal makes. That is outstanding
I don't know if I've ever
offensive
seen
basketball.
that before.
And it's hard to defend because the ball travels faster than humans do on foot. And so when you whip it around 7 and 8 times, you're bound to find an open shooter, and the Lancers have more times than not made the shot. So I think you can commend both teams. You can commend the Lancers for their display of offensive prowess. They've scored 86 points. They're going to break 90 before the game's over, which means that they will have scored 90 or more points in 6 of their last 7 games. So they're really scoring the ball effectively here at the end of the season. And at the same time, let's credit the Wolverines, who trailed by a lot at the half, and they have fought hard, and they've been the better team here in the second half.
Grange able to come up with the steal. 2 minutes left. Carvalho, she'll take the corner jumper. It is good. Three is on the way, no good. Carvalho with the rebound. De Los Santos running in transition, and she gets blocked and fouled. Oleda cannot believe it.
Let's look at the replay here. Here's a great shot from under the basket.
Ooh, that was... I mean, there was
it could have went either way.
Some body contact,
yes.
But it was a great block at the same time.
It wasn't... And we also saw the replay in slow-mo.
Yeah.
It's a little... I think sometimes as fans and as broadcasters, we look at the slow-motion replays and we forget that they didn't have the benefit of the slow-mo when it happened.
Yeah.
That was a fast play. Bodies went crashing down to the floor. And
Utah Valley's been able to trim the lead down to 16. All right, make that 18.
Fast break basket there for Harper. Harper now with 6 points and 5 rebounds. She's been really nice for the Lancers off the bench.
Carvalho, she'll hesitate. Eve Brassless, too strong, but Cortez, oh no, Cortez turned her ankle coming down. You hate to see that.
Looks like she may have landed on another player's foot. It's going to be hard to tell from this angle. Ooh, you can see just kind of the immediate falling to the floor, and Cortez is still down. We'll take a break here on the WAC Digital Network.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Huh? Let's do this. Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
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 I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level.
Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
Be a king in your mind, but do the work of a servant. With a purpose on the mission, you get to what you deserve. If it's worth it, you'll be on straight and narrow instead of swerving.
Jordan Holland gets the ball inside to Brassless, and Brassless will go to the line. That was the 7th team foul on the Lancers. Brassless with 12 points and 1 rebound with 1 assist. Make that 13 points. Utah Valley breaking the 70-point mark. They're now up to 71. 72.
That was a tremendous pass from Oleda. Kind of a no-looker and just right off the fingertips of Oleda. I think this one is wrapped up with California Baptist. Up by 16, excuse me. We're going to have a replay, I believe. Not sure what the big deal is. And we are indeed going to have an official replay. Coach Olsen, unsure that it went off his own player's fingertips. It did. Quick replay. Confirmed it's Wolverine basketball. And we'll resume play. Kind of an interesting review with the lead being 16 with 1 minute to go.
Yeah. Carvalho just loses the handle. It ends up in the hands of Emma Jones, and it looks like the ball was deflected. And we'll have a foul on the Wolverines. Kiana De Los Santos will check into the game for Emma Jones. De Los Santos, one of the scrappiest defenders I think we've seen here at Utah Valley in some time. Oleda with another no-look rocket pass inside. And Bootyman able to score.
We'll take our final break here on the WAC Digital Network. We'll be back the remainder of the fourth.
You only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become?
No matter where you are in life.
No matter your interests.
From award-winning music
to acting
to theater programs.
There's a place for you.
A place for you.
A place for you at UVU. A place to engage.
To rise.
To succeed.
To become.
All right, welcome back. Final 43 seconds here as the Lancers are up 18, so it's really a formality at this point, and credit due for both teams. As we mentioned, the Wolverines have fought really hard here in the second half. They've outscored the Lancers in the second half, and defensively they've done a great job, but the lead was too much to overcome.
Afu gets her hand in the cookie jar, but then an arid pass goes back to Kiana De Los Santos. She can't connect on the shot attempt, and we'll have a foul against the Wolverines.
That will send the Lancers to the free throw line. Bonus situation with 28 seconds to go. Since this is our final broadcast of the year, Kyle, last home game for the Wolverines, how would you summarize this season now that it's wrapping up in terms of games at home for Utah Valley?
I think it's been a pleasant surprise because Utah Valley is such a young team. There's no seniors on the team, not one. And they started 4-0 in conference play. The Wolverines, they started with, I think it was a 6-game homestand or something like that in the beginning of the season. Started out really well. They went on a couple of, losing streaks here and there, but, Utah Valley, let's take a look at
take a look at what?
I want to see. Utah Valley has won 14 games so far this season.
Yep.
With the potential to win 16.
Yes. Well,
or more with the conference, the tournament.
Right.
So, something I want to take a look at.
Tell us, please.
Utah Valley, I don't know if they've won 16 games since being in the Western Athletic Conference.
Well, let's look it up.
That's what I was going for.
We'll do a deep dive.
We're going to take a look.
So in 2018,
they finished with 11 wins.
They were 11 wins a year ago, 2 years ago.
9.
3 years ago.
Emma Jones with the baseline jumper. 20 seconds left.
They had 16 wins 4 seasons ago. They were 16 and 15.
Was that their first year in the WAC?
No.
Was it 14?
That was their
15?
second year in the WAC. So they have, that's their high. 16 wins is the most they've had in a season, and that's within reach with a young team.
Yes.
I think that's the point you're trying to make there is that they have certainly exceeded expectations, and those expectations being set by the preseason polls where they were picked to finish in the bottom 3 of the conference. They've got a chance with a couple of road wins to still be a top 3 team going into the tournament. So Lancers win by 18, 92-74, but if you're a Wolverine fan, lots left to play for, starting with those 2 road games and then an opportunity at the tournament to make some noise. So
Utah Valley put up 74 points today, 10 more than their season average against a great team in California Baptist. So definitely some low points today, but some great points. Some great highs today as well.
Quick look at the box score. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
Carvalho, 11 points. Brassis with 14. Cortez with 9. Grange with 2. Holland with 10. Jacobson with 7. De Los Santos with 5. Jones with 8. Malufau with 2. Williams with 6. Another notable stat, 13 rebounds.